Okay, so I'm still having trouble going on live, I guess because of the signal. It just doesn't want to stay on the live. Anyway, update. I got some stuff moved around, and man, it's so klutzy because I'm so used to having my office unit to pack and ship and list and stuff, and I moved a bunch of stuff over. It's kind of kooky. Uh, so I had to go back by work real quick for a second to talk to one of the visiting managers who's very nice. And she was real sweet. I left my phone in the car because I just got done putting my eBay store on vacation mode, which is horrible. So I didn't have to worry about orders or shipping. But when I got done with my quick meeting with her, I came out to the car and I left. And when I went to look at my phone, I had a $100 order. Yeah, I had uh, like 6 minutes to get to the storage complex to access. And man, what a nightmare. My phone signal was so bad to boot up my computer, everything. I grabbed that order, packed it, and it took forever to go online to get the label off of eBay. And it's for shoe authentication. I just listed some shoes that I've had that were brand new. I had got 6 pairs. And I just listed them like yesterday. And as I've debated in a long time about listing them because I was concerned if they were legit or not. But when some of them I had brand new boxes for them, when I scanned the box code, it did match the shoe and to the website. So hopefully that's a good thing. So it looked legit, and it had to go to the shoe authenticator. So I these people are a flipping trip. But somebody was just parked to me and got out. This girl looks like she's gonna hit a car. This sucker looks lit. Let me move, because this is creeping me out. That sucker may be drunk. I've already had my car hit by a darn idiot, and I still haven't paid on it. But anyway, so there's a whole bunch of RVs here from Texas. So anyway, I finally got to print the shipping label, and I've never done those authentication things before. So I was like real concerned about it, and so they give you eBay will give you a free shipping label for FedEx, and I couldn't go in to modify the dimensions or anything of the package and everything because you're always going to do a last minute modification for shipping and exact weight and all that stuff. So I just had a generic on there, and it wouldn't let me go in and edit it, and I was kind of concerned about it. But there's this other thing that's on there that says it can go 30 pounds up to 20 by 20 by 20. And so hopefully it's all covered, because when I went to weigh it, I had it at a 3-pound weight on the ad, and it was actually 3 pounds 3 ounces. And I'm like, man, I have to go in here and redo the shipping label because it's off, by 2 ounces. And the dimensions were less. And if you do it at the post office, it'd be fine if the dimensions are actually less. But the weight has got to be exact. So I don't know. I've never shipped FedEx with eBay. I don't use it. So anyway, I went in there trying to modify and reprint another label. That didn't work because you can't modify the size. So I just said, okay, forget it. I'll just go with the label I got. So I wrapped the box up, and I mean, I didn't even have to ship it because the store's on vacation mode. So, but it's money. And I really need that money. Because I'm still on overdraft. I have $90 left on overdraft, and this will bring me pretty close. If I go and deposit another 10 tomorrow, in 4 days it'll come through. But anyway, so I was like, man. So I went ahead and packed it up, and then I spent an hour looking on the phone trying to find, a drop-off right now, because everything doesn't open until 10 a.m. because it all closed 10 o'clock tonight. So apparently you can drop off at Walgreens and all kinds of places. And so I thought, well, surely they have a drop-off. And then it says on the internet you can drop it off at the post office, but it was kind of bleak. Yeah. So I was afraid to do that. So, oddly enough, I was going to go up to the FedEx office over by Starbucks and see if they had an outside drop box. I looked on the reviews on Google, and they had one at one of the car dealerships, but somebody commented they couldn't find it. And it's like, I'm not driving over there this late at night around a car lot that's closed trying to find a FedEx box. And they had some other ones that were like, 5 miles away and stuff, and I just really didn't want to go that far. Car's not running real good. So I tried to call FedEx toll-free number 3 times, and that's a Mickey Mouse affair. It's all computerized, and it's a nightmare. They were trying to send me to Navarre to go to a 24-hour drop box. And it's like, I'm not driving way out to Navarre, man. That's like 30 minutes away. So anyway, I went to the FedEx website and looked up search for the city and drop off box. Came right up. First one came up. Was over on a street name I didn't recognize. But it said it was only like, 1.25 miles away or something. And so what was really cool is I went and did the direction thing to send me over there, and the map thing. And went over there, and it's right, just really close by. And it's an actual FedEx place, like, where the tractor trailers come in and everything. But there's nobody there, but it really had a drop box. And you can literally put a box in there, a pretty big box in the hole, and this thing that's outside the door. And then they'll open at 9 in the morning, and then I guess they'll go get the stuff out of that box and scan it in, and then we begin. I don't know how they handle the money situation on that side for eBay. If I wait 4 days, or I have to wait for it to go through Authenticator first, and then be approved, and then shipped to the customer, or how that's going to go. But if you ship just regular post office, it takes 4 days for that money to get into my account. So anyway, I tried to even overdraft, one of the storage units, because I said, if I take part of the stuff out of my office, move into the big unit, and then if I can pay that off first, then I can at least operate, because I make more money doing eBay than I do at my job, my little part-time jobby here. And because last week I got 12 hours, and this week I got 12 hours, and I can't do that. Plus they made me be a checker today, and did that yesterday too, and I am not excited about it in any way, especially for that kind of money. Ugh. terrible money. I mean, my net take home was like $10 an hour for that. No, I can work anywhere else in the town for way more money. But anyway, so I've got a meeting with the owner tomorrow that I'd talked to before. And they're desperate for people. They're really into buying. People aren't showing up to work. Talked to him today. He called me. And I was at work. I called him back on my break. And I said, I can come after work or, drop by tomorrow. And he's like, well, come tomorrow. I said, how soon can you get me on? And he's like, 2 or 3 days. And he was like, are you going to quit this job here? And I said, well, I wasn't like really planning on it. I've worked for the company for like 3 years. And, I just started back with them. But it took 6 weeks. That's what screwed me up, was the 6-week wait. It was every day and every week, and it was going on and on. In the meantime, I'm applying for jobs because I didn't want to be in this catch-22. Okay? So, I'm no dummy. Nobody's going to take care of this but me. And I walked into $800 worth of debt come the 1st, and on the 5th, it all locks up. And I always pay in advance over here. So it's really upsetting, especially when my business has got to be closed, and I won't be able to operate till I at least pay that one unit, which will be over $200 with late charges and everything, just to function for eBay. And I can't list every day, which destroys your eBay store. You got to list every day, or they just start jacking you up. I was blown away when I got that order tonight. I'm like, man, if I could get in there just in time to ship that devil out, then that money will be on its way. And that would help me hugely. It's $100 sale. So anyway, and I listed them really cheap, and I shouldn't because they're over $200 shoes, but, I listed them, for 100, I think it was like 105 with shipping, additional for shipping. But, I needed the money, so I knew it would probably go pretty quick. I put 10% promo on that sucker too, so they get huge money off me, right off the top. But anyway, I was truly blessed for that sale. Whoa. So, I tried to overdraft, 2 units together, tried to overdraft just one, this big one, it wouldn't take it. I tried to just overdraft my office, because it's relatively cheap. In the end, I tried to overdraft the one that's been locked down right now, that'll go up for auction on the 15th, which is my sewing stuff. That's my life, my whole life. Yeah. So, I got like $150K in fabric in that unit alone. Yeah. So, got that order package up. It's at the FedEx, what do you call it, building? The shipping building, whatever you call that. Terminal, I guess you call it. I don't know. So it's there in the box. They'll have it at 9 in the morning, and then they'll scan it in, I'm sure, and then it'll roll. But other than that, I'm just really sad because, I just don't like putting my eBay store on hold. I did it for a minute, a while back. I think when I was moving storages around or something. And, I put it on the maximum hold. You can go like 15 days at a time. And I backed it out after like a week when everything was done and finished and settled down. It was sorted. And it was great. And, but I left it on the mode where people can still buy. It's just they have a delayed shipping time. So, we're a baby step ahead. It's not much, but I do need to get my account out of the darn overdraft. And then I have to be in Destin in the morning um, to pick up my mail from another place uh, because my new bank card came. And I got an email today again about, we got a new card for you and you need to pick it up and do it today. So that might be why it wouldn't even overdraft. Because boy, they make like $46 a hit on overdraft with me. And I've only done it 2 times ever on that commercial account. And that was just recent. But like I say, I have debt on there now from one of those 2 transactions. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I was blessed with a cool sale tonight. That was amazing. I probably need to go in and raise prices for those other ones a little bit because they're going to sit in limbo for a minute. Might as well get better money, than being in a hurry. That was pretty cool. It sold that fast. So, for the meantime, I'm kind of hung up because I imagine it'll be $200 or $225 to bail that big unit out so I can operate. Because I incorporated my shipping and office stuff in there that I needed to ship. All in that little unit. I moved everything over. So I have kind of what I need. I'm sure I'll freak out over something that is locked up in that other unit. But those would be relatively cheap to bail out. The rest is going to be interesting. Because I got another big 10 by 30 unit. And that's like over 300. And then I've got some other units that are a little bit smaller. So we'll see what happens. It would have been nice if I got enough stuff sold to where I could put my office into one of those big units. And that would save me some even more money. But anyway, in the meantime, my biggest problem is the one on the 15th. It'll go up for auction on the 15th of this month if I don't get it paid really fast. I've got my car insurance for almost $100. That's due in like another day or 2. I got my car phone for like $65. And still have to have gas and sometimes get to eat. But we'll see what happens tomorrow on this other crappy job. But, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And hopefully they pay often. And so, at the job I'm at now, I can take pay pretty frequently. Like by the shift, kind of like a daily pay thing. Because I'm signed into an app that'll do that kind of thing. And so that helps really a lot. If I'm patient and can wait till 24 hours, I don't pay any fee at all. Otherwise, I have to pay $2.99 every time I move money. And because I'm not working anything but like 3 or 4 hour shifts, like 3 days a week, I choose my money up if I take an immediate, cut of my pay. Right now, boom, boom to my PayPal account, they're going to charge me $3 right off the top for the service charge. So, yeah. Oh my. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Just wanted to give you an update. And I hope you guys have a really great day. And if you're an eBay seller, I wish you lots of wonderful sales. And a super blessed week. And tomorrow's another day, right? Other than the fact I had a terrible day at work, there was a manager that stepped in from another store for about 3 hours that was absolutely vicious and screaming at me. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I don't want to fight or argue with anybody, so, I just don't say much. And man, I just wanted to clock out, I got to tell you. She wouldn't let me go on my break. When I told her that I had to go to the loo real quick, she obviously didn't care or pay attention. Ran back to go to the loo, pee like a racehorse, come back. And then I asked her about my break. She's screaming in my face, "You left. You left." I said, I went to the loo like I told you. I mean, it's what, 2 minutes? You know? I couldn't believe it. And she was just going ballistic. No, you didn't. You left. I said, look at the video cameras. I didn't leave anywhere. All I did, I told you I was going to the loo. That's where I went. Came right back. I mean, man. Craziness. I mean, she denied me my break till like less than an hour before I needed to leave. I mean, it just, and the company's really strict about that. You have a paid break. And so many breaks per shift and lunches and all the stuff. But I only work short hours, like 3 or 4 hours today. So you get 1 10-minute break, but they want you to take it. You literally have to clock in and clock out. And they pay you for it. But you absolutely have to take it. Otherwise, they get on the phone and start calling managers and everything else, screaming at them, going, you were supposed to let them have their break, and they go really ballistic over it. So I know the rules. I'm no dummy. And you got to follow them with these companies, or it creates a huge problem. So, other than that, that's about it. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And there's some interesting cats driving around here. Really weird. And I'll give you another update tomorrow and let you know how it goes. But this other job, this guy that I know that owns this place, he's desperate for people. And all the people that work there are going, man, we need people so bad. And I said, so what kind of hours are you talking? She says, full-time and overtime, just as much as you want to work. I'm like, you were joking. And she says, no. I said, you're the second person that's told me that. She says, oh, yeah. But see, if there may be a problem there. The owner may be really pain in the butt to work for. Who knows? You know? But I'll see what I can do. But, you know, I got to make some revenue here, like, really fast and really good money. So, because I can't do any of my eBay, really. I can't list anything. It's all locked up. So, I hope you guys have a good one. And we'll see you in the next one. Do something kind for a stranger. Love everybody. Check in the next one.